it was Steve-O. He was on some podcast. I guess Steve-O won like a MrBeast challenge. And it was really weird to see Steve-O talking about how he thought his life was going to change after winning some MrBeast thing. And I'm like, wait, Steve-O, didn't you already succeed? Are you really like desperate to win a fucking MrBeast challenge? He really thought it was gonna be like a big second act for him. And he said like one kid in an airport was like, hey, you were in a MrBeast video. And then I felt bad for Steve-O. I'm like, dude, don't you have like normal people who recognize you at the airport? Like, why are you desperate for MrBeast?
The idea that Steve-O would be recognized for a MrBeast video instead of all that content is sad to me. Because
well, it makes us feel pretty old.
He was a king. Like I think we're of similar age, Vito.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember
all that Jackass
school,
stuff? You'd never stop talking about it.
Jackass, Viva La Bam. Like we would talk. That was like our Real Housewives. Like we would be at the middle school lunch table and be like, "Did you see the new Viva La Bam last night?" Where he walked.
I can't believe Ryan Dunn did that. That was insane.
Did you see it? Phil was taking a shit and then he ran in there and slapped him a bunch.
Dude, I was deep into it. I watched fucking CKY's shitty movie. What was the name of that movie? Do you remember that?
Yes,
I remember as one of them, like the one of the key plot points was one of them inventing a reverse microwave that makes food cold. They just run around, and I'm like, this is the stupidest low budget like dog shit movie, but I was having a really good time with it. He's like, it's the reverse microwave. It makes food cold, and I'm like, all right, well, that's a good premise. I kind of want that.
I know I haven't been watching or anything, but I've seen a few clips online of the new fish tank season, and Sam Hyde is not hosting this one. Bam Margera is hosting this one. And
I saw that.
Yeah, Bam Margera is there. And I saw a bunch of these like Zoomer commenters on Twitter that were like, Bam Margera doesn't go hard enough. Like, what are you like? We need Sam to come in there and inject some chaos. And I felt like such a boomer where I'm like, Bam Margera doesn't go hard enough. Like, are you serious? Like, it was one day into the show, and I saw a clip of Bam Margera talking to a contestant, and he was like, hey, you know what would be funny? Go in the bathroom and wipe your ass after a shit and then throw it on him. And it was like, that's like he goes hard. Poor Bam not getting the respect he deserves. None of those guys.
Well, dude, they're doing a new Jackass movie, and I'm like, if Bam's not a part of it, the whole like cutting Bam out of Jackass, I'm like, dude, that's like a tragedy, man. That's like ridiculous. The Beatles, and you just go, yeah, we don't fucking do anything with Ringo anymore. Fuck Ringo, and you're like, well, now I don't want to watch it.
Yeah,
they didn't cut him out, did they? They wanted him to get sober.
But I think he like kind of did get so like, I don't know. I think he like failed some piss test, and you're like, hey, you can let him fail one piss test. It's one piss test.
I mean, who amongst us passes a piss test, right?
I mean, I think that if they hire him with knowing his drug abuse stuff, and then he does one of these dangerous stunts and has like a heart attack, and it turns out he was on cocaine when it happened, then his family sues Johnny Knoxville because like you knew that he was abusing drugs and you still let him do the rocket sled doo-doo dash.
Yeah, but that's what every Jackass was. Like they were all after they stopped getting fucked up, it wasn't quite as fun.
No one went as hard as Bam though. Bam like clearly had like an addiction problem with hard drugs.
And like, I get it, but like there was just like it's hard because you know they're like trying to do it like, oh, it's for his own good, but like it just gets really uncomfortable when they're just like not talking about him and acting like he doesn't exist. And they're like, I think the new thing for the new movie was they're like, Bam is going to be in the new Jackass movie. And you're like, oh my God. And they're like, yeah, we found some footage from 20 years ago and we're going to play it in a montage. And you're like, well, well, man.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's put it this way. If he's too fucked up to do the stunts and you're worried about his heart exploding, just have him on set chilling in a fucking easy chair clapping or something. Like, you can just have him there.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to be necessarily a liability.
He's too integral to cut out entirely from that whole world of Jackass.
Well, dude, I think I saw it was an interview with him, and he's basically like, you know, everybody gives Johnny Knoxville the credit, but let's be clear, those CKY tapes that him and his buddies were putting out, like honestly, more of like he almost claims more ownership of Jackass than anybody. Like him and his buddies were doing the stunts.
Bam really helped, I think, like sort of get the audience engaged with what those guys were all about. And then like he would always, I remember his purple Lambo. There was always some stunt involving that. And I just remember him abusing his dad. And I remember his uncle's like gross toe and like weird eye. That guy turned out to be a pedo. And just the whole lifestyle where clearly his dad, I think there's this one moment where his dad is like, I just wish I had a normal son. I'd rather we were all just normal and poor than this. And Bam is like, well, too bad, because this is what you got, old man. And it's just like this sad moment where his dad's like, yeah, I know. This is what we got. All right.
I guess what drives you nuts is when guys who are clearly responsible for like the current zeitgeist just don't get the credit they deserve. Another guy is like Tom Green, where you go, dude, Tom Green laid the groundwork for like everything. Like fucking stunt videos. He was like one of the first podcasters doing it out of his living room or whatever else. And he's like, he gets like some respect, but in a way he's like kind of forgotten about. When I was a kid, like Tom Green was the biggest fucking thing. Like there's Tom Green skits I will never fucking forget.
I didn't think he was
Tom Green?
Dude, I remember him like putting poop on a microphone and then like
not all of them are fucking winners, man.
I was like, I hope I'm the kind of guy who hits him for that. Like I aspire to be the kind of person who doesn't get bullied in that way. I thought his jokes were never funny. He just had like situations he tried to create that were rude and uncomfortable. Rude and uncomfortable is not a good joke. It's a fucking terrible joke, and every hack tries to tell the same one. I think he sucks. And did he invent podcasts? Yeah, kind of, I guess, but they get invented without him.
Did you ever see Undercutter's Pizza, the Tom Green sketch?
Where
he follows the pizza guy from house to house. He goes, it's Undercutter's Pizza. And the deal is we sell our pizza for cheaper than the other guy. So the pizza guy shows up with the pizza and Tom Green walks in right behind him wearing a pizza guy uniform. And he's got a tackle box. He goes, you ordered a pizza? He goes, yeah, what toppings did you have? He had a whole tackle box full of toppings. He's like, what, you want pepperoni? I'm like, dude, come on. Like, he had some fucking, yes, some of it was just obnoxious, gross out humor, but man, it was like MTV in the fucking 2000s. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
people were into.
Didn't Joe Rogan start his show because of Tom Green? I know he attributed partially to Tom Green, partially to Opie and Anthony, but it's pretty
there's
impactful.
a clip of Joe Rogan on Tom Green's show, and he's looking around, and there's like a light in his eyes where he goes, wait, you can just do a show out of your fucking house? And Tom's like, yeah, we got like webcams, we stream it. And then Joe Rogan's like, interesting.
I think I'll create the largest media enterprise in history.
I think I'll become one of the most influential fucking voices of a generation for some fucking reason. Who saw that coming? Who was watching Fear Factor and going, someday that guy's going to be talking to the fucking president?
I always liked him. I liked him from, I watched him in news radio. Like news radio is this hidden gem that like this generation definitely doesn't know about.